normal하다고 생각을 하는데 너무 웃겨하더라고요. 단 걸 별로 안 좋아해요.
Lovely viewers, today's story is one you've all been waiting for, and I can promise you, this is going to break the internet because we finally have the truth straight from the queen herself. Song Hye Kyo. Yes, you heard me right. After months of whispers, speculations, and heart-pounding rumors, Song Hye Kyo has finally opened up about falling for Lee Min-ho, and what she revealed will make your hearts melt faster than a snowflake on a warm day. So sit back, relax, and don't you dare blink because every single detail matters in this story. And remember, I want you to stay interactive. Share your thoughts, feelings, and reactions in the comments as we go because I'm about to take you on a ride filled with love, honesty, and emotions that feel straight out of a K-drama, except this time it's all real. So how did it all start? According to Song Hye Kyo herself, the journey of falling in love with Lee Min-ho wasn't something that happened overnight. In fact, she admitted that for the longest time, she didn't even think it was possible. We were both so busy with our own careers, with our own worlds, she said during the interview. Her voice calm but filled with emotions. I always admired him as an actor and as a person, but I never thought we'd share something beyond friendship. Lovely viewers, can you imagine hearing those words from her lips? If you were sitting in front of her during that moment, what's the first question you would ask her? Drop it in the comments right now because I'm curious to know what you would want to ask. But then came the moment that changed everything. Song Hye Kyo confessed that it wasn't grand gestures or dramatic confessions that made her heart shift. It was the little things. He listened, she said simply, and honestly, those two words hit different, don't they? She explained that Lee Min-ho has this quiet way of making people feel seen and heard, and that's what drew her closer to him. Isn't that beautiful? Not flashy gifts or big scenes, but something as simple and pure as listening. Ladies watching this right now, wouldn't you agree that sometimes being truly listened to is the most romantic thing a man can do? Tell me your thoughts because I know some of you are already swooning. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Song Hye Kyo revealed that their first real heart-to-heart conversation happened on a night when they were both exhausted from work but decided to grab a late dinner together. She described it as effortless and comforting, like talking to someone you've known your whole life. We didn't even talk about work, she said with a smile. We talked about life, family, dreams, the kind of things that make you feel connected on a deeper level. Lovely viewers, doesn't this sound like the beginning of every great love story? I'm curious, what do you think makes a connection like that so powerful? Share your thoughts because this is one of those moments that make us believe in destiny. Now here's a detail that will make your heart skip a beat. Song Hye Kyo admitted that she tried to fight her feelings at first. I was scared, she confessed. I didn't want to fall because I knew what it would mean. The attention, the pressure. But sometimes, your heart knows what's right before your mind does. And honestly, can we just pause and appreciate how real and raw that statement is? How many of you have ever been in a situation where you tried to stop yourself from falling in love, but your heart just wouldn't listen? Type relatable in the comments if you've been there because this moment is hitting home for so many people right now. Then came the sweetest part, when she finally admitted to herself that she had fallen. It was one evening when we were just sitting quietly, watching the sunset, she said softly. He didn't say anything, and neither did I. But when he reached out and held my hand, everything inside me just clicked. Lovely viewers, are you hearing this? Can you picture that scene? The golden sunset, the silence, the simple act of holding hands that speaks louder than 1,000 words. If you can see it in your mind, close your eyes and imagine it for a second because that's the kind of moment that stays with you forever. And of course we had to know. What does she love most about Lee Min-ho? Her answer. His sincerity, she said without hesitation. In an industry where so much can feel staged, he is real. And that means everything to me. Isn't that the most heartwarming thing you've heard all day? Lovely viewers, tell me in the comments, what do you think is the most important quality in a partner? Sincerity, loyalty, sense of humor, or something else? Let's start a conversation because this is a question that matters not just in their story, but in ours too. Now, brace yourselves because here comes the part that's making everyone emotional. Song Hye Kyo admitted that this relationship feels like a second chance at happiness, and that she's grateful every day for it. I didn't think I'd fall in love again, she said honestly. But he showed me that it's okay to open your heart, no matter how scared you are. And if that doesn't make you tear up just a little, I don't know what will. For anyone watching this who has ever been afraid to love again after being hurt, take this as a sign. Love finds a way when it's meant to. Before we wrap this up, I have a question for all of you lovely viewers. Do you think Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo's love story is fate, coincidence, or a little bit of both? Drop your answers in the comments because I can't wait to read what you all think. And if this story has touched your heart like it has mine, type "Love always wins." And let's flood this space with positivity and support for this amazing couple. Lovely viewers, that's Song Hye Kyo's truth. Raw, beautiful, and full of hope. And guess what? We're not done yet, because lovely viewers, the moment Song Hye Kyo opened her heart to the world, we knew something bigger was coming. She gave us honesty, vulnerability, and a peek into her soul, but you and I both know there's another side to this love story. A side we've all been dying to hear. What about Lee Min-ho? How did he feel during all of this? What was going through his mind the first time he realized that the woman who had captured millions of hearts had now captured his? Well, buckle up because this continuation is going to take you deeper into their journey. And I promise, every detail will leave you feeling like you're watching the most beautiful drama of all time. Only this time it's not scripted, it's real life. So let's start where we left off, with Song Hye Kyo admitting that her heart said yes long before her mind did. After her emotional confession, reporters asked the big question, does Lee Min-ho know you're sharing this with the world? And do you know what she said? She smiled. A soft, knowing smile that told a story of its own, and replied, yes, and he told me to speak from my heart because that's what matters most. Lovely viewers, can we just pause and appreciate how supportive that is? In a world where celebrity relationships are often filled with secrecy and pressure, Lee Min-ho gave her the freedom to share her truth in her own way. And if that's not love, what is? Tell me in the comments. How important do you think it is for a partner to give you that kind of emotional support? Is it everything? Think so. Now here's the part that's making everyone gasp. Shortly after her interview aired, Lee Min-ho decided it was time to speak too. But of course, in true Lee Min-ho fashion, he didn't go for a formal press release or a media statement. No, he chose something much more intimate and personal, a heartfelt letter shared through his official fan community. And lovely viewers, when I tell you that letter broke the internet, I am not exaggerating. Thousands of fans were crying, trending hashtags were everywhere, and the words he wrote, pure poetry. Let me read you a few lines that made even the toughest hearts melt. She didn't just walk into my life. She changed it. In a world where everything feels temporary, she made me believe in forever. Lovely viewers, did you just feel that in your soul? 'Cause I did. That one sentence had people all over the world screenshotting, sharing, and quoting it like a love mantra. But that wasn't all. He went on to write, I don't know what I did to deserve someone so strong, so kind, so full of grace, but every day I wake up thankful that she chose me. Tell me in the comments right now, if someone wrote that about you, what would you do? Cry. Frame it. Make it your phone wallpaper forever. Be honest, because I know I would never stop reading those words. But here's something even more beautiful. Lee Min-ho didn't just write that letter for fans. He wrote it for her. And according to a close friend, before he posted it publicly, he sent it to Song Hye Kyo privately with a simple message. This is for you before it's for anyone else. Lovely viewers, can you even handle that level of romance? Because my heart is melting just talking about it. If you agree this is what real love looks like, type real love in the comments because this is the energy we all need in 2025. Now let's talk about the first time Lee Min-ho realized he was falling for her. This part is so sweet, I can barely contain myself. In his own words, he said, it was never one big moment. It was a series of small moments that kept making me think, how can someone be this amazing? He shared that it was the way she laughed, the way she treated people with kindness, and the way she stayed humble despite being one of the biggest stars in the world. Every time she smiled at me, he said, it felt like the world just made sense. Lovely viewers, are you smiling right now? Because I can't stop. Imagine someone saying that about you. What would that feel like? Drop your thoughts because this is too good not to talk about. And then came the day when he couldn't hide it anymore. I told myself I'd stay professional, that I'd keep my feelings to myself, he admitted. But then one day we were just sitting there talking about nothing and everything, and I looked at her and thought, I want this for the rest of my life. Lovely viewers, doesn't that sound like something straight out of a drama finale? But this isn't fiction. This is real love unfolding right before our eyes. And the best part, he said he never felt nervous around her. With her I could just be me, he wrote. And that's when I knew. Now let's make this interactive because I want to hear from you. Do you believe love is about big gestures or small everyday moments? Because from what we've heard so far, for Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo, it was the little things that mattered the most. Tell me in the comments, what's more important to you? 1,000 flowers on Valentine's Day or someone remembering your favorite coffee order on a random Tuesday? Let's debate this because it says so much about what we value in love. But hold on, because the story doesn't end with interviews and letters. After Lee Min-ho's letter went viral, fans started digging deeper for unseen moments between the two, and what they found will make your heart race. Remember that private vacation in the Maldives where the proposal happened? Well, according to someone who works at the resort, there was a moment after the fireworks when Lee Min-ho looked at Song Hye Kyo and said something so beautiful it could make the ocean jealous. This isn't the beginning of our story. It's the continuation of something that started long before we even met. Lovely viewers, did you just get chills? 'Cause I did. And now I have to ask you, do you believe in destiny? Do you believe two people can be meant for each other even before they cross paths? Type destiny in the comments if your answer is yes, because this love story is making even the skeptics believe. And guess what? After all this, there's one question everyone is asking. When are they getting married? While neither of them has confirmed a date yet, insiders say the wedding could happen sooner than expected. Some reports suggest they're planning something intimate and elegant, while others claim it will be the biggest star-studded event Korea has ever seen. So let's make this fun. What kind of wedding do you think suits them best? A dreamy beach wedding, a fairy tale castle in Europe, or a classic traditional Korean ceremony? Drop your votes because we're going to revisit this when the official details drop. And I want to see who guessed it right. Before I move to the next big reveal, let's just take a second to appreciate this moment. Song Hye Kyo and Lee Min-ho, two of the most iconic names in the industry, are not just a rumor, not just a fantasy, but a real-life love story. If that makes your heart happy, type "Love Wins" in the comments and let's make this the most positive space on YouTube today. Lovely viewers, when I tell you that the first "I love you" moment between Lee Min-ho and Song Hye Kyo could win every award for romance, I mean it. Imagine this. The moon was high, the waves were crashing softly against the shore, and the night was quiet except for the sound of music playing faintly in the background. They were on that same secret vacation we've been talking about, the one that's now the center of every fan discussion. According to someone close to them, they had just finished an intimate dinner under the stars. Candles glowing, champagne glasses clinking, everything straight out of a dream. And then, in the most unplanned, spontaneous way, Lee Min-ho looked at her. Not just looked, he saw her, really saw her. The way her hair danced in the breeze, the way her eyes sparkled even without trying, and at that exact moment, he just said it. "I love you." No grand speech, no hesitation, just 3 words that changed everything. Lovely viewers, can you feel that? Because my heart is doing somersaults just picturing it. And here's the part that makes me want to cry. Song Hye Kyo didn't respond with words at first. She just stared at him, completely still, and then the tears came. Not sad tears, but the kind of tears that tell a story all on their own. The kind that says, "I've been waiting for this." And after what felt like forever, she whispered back, "I love you too." Lovely viewers, stop whatever you're doing and type "True Love" in the comments if this moment just gave you chills, because this is not a drama. This is reality unfolding before our very eyes. And you know what makes it even more beautiful? He didn't say it because it was the perfect moment or because it looked like a scene from a movie. He said it because he couldn't hold it in any longer. And isn't that what love should be? Pure, honest, and unstoppable. Tell me in the comments, do you think the first "I love you" should be planned or spontaneous? Because I'm living for these unplanned, straight-from-the-heart confessions. But let me take you deeper, because this isn't the only emotional moment from that night. After she said it back, after those 3 little words connected their hearts forever, Lee Min-ho did something that made this night unforgettable. He reached into his pocket. Not for the $2 million ring just yet, that came later, but for something else. A small folded piece of paper. And when he opened it, Song Hye Kyo realized it was a handwritten note. Lovely viewers, handwritten. When was the last time someone wrote you a real letter? This man didn't just tell her he loved her. He wrote down the reasons why. According to the insider, the note said things like, "You've made me believe in love all over again. And every version of me is better because of you. Are you crying yet? 'Cause I am." And do you know what she did after reading that? She held his hand, kissed it gently and said, "I never thought I'd find something this real." Lovely viewers, if that doesn't make your heart melt, I don't know what will. But wait, there's more. Because after that note, after the love confessions, after the ocean waves witnessed history, that's when he brought out the ring. Yes, the ring, the one worth $2 million, the one that's been making headlines all over the world. And let me tell you, it wasn't about the price tag for her. It was about the meaning behind it. Because when he slipped that ring on her finger, he didn't just say, "Will you marry me?" No, he said, "Will you let me make you the happiest woman in the world for the rest of our lives?" Lovely viewers, I can't breathe. Can you? If you're smiling so hard right now, drop a heart emoji in the comments, because this moment deserves a million of them. And her answer, she didn't just say yes. She laughed. This soft, beautiful laugh that insiders say made him tear up. She said, "Yes, but only if you promise to never stop writing me letters." And he promised. Oh my goodness. Is this not the sweetest thing you've ever heard? If you agree this is the kind of love story we all deserve, type goals in the comments, because I need to know I'm not the only one obsessed with this. Now let's talk about what happened after that magical night, because trust me, it gets even better. The next morning, fans noticed something on social media that had everyone screaming. Lee Min-ho posted a photo on his Instagram story. Just a simple picture of the ocean with a caption, "Forever starts here." No tags, no mentions, nothing obvious. But if you've been following their journey, you knew exactly what it meant. And guess what? Song Hye Kyo posted something too. A picture of the sunrise with the words, "Grateful for love." Lovely viewers, are we screaming yet? Because this was their way of telling us without telling us. And honestly, it's genius. What do you think? Should they keep dropping these subtle hints, or should they just make it official for the world to see? Let's debate in the comments, because I'm dying to hear your thoughts. But before you answer, let me give you the juiciest part of all. What happened when the news leaked? Because yes, as much as they tried to keep this private, the media got wind of it, and the internet broke. Fans flooded Twitter with hashtags like #MinKyoForever and #HyeKyoSedit. Some even started making fan art of their proposal scene. Candles, ocean, ring, everything. And here's the best part. Instead of denying it, instead of staying silent like most celebrities do, Song Hye Kyo did something unexpected. She liked a fan post about their engagement. Lovely viewers, this woman is not hiding anymore. And we love her for that, don't we? If you're loving her confidence and honesty, type "Queen" in the comments, because she deserves all the love right now. And just when we thought it couldn't get better, Lee Min-ho made his own bold move. He uploaded a black and white photo of 2 hands intertwined. His and hers, with no caption. That's it. Just hands. But those hands told the whole story, and fans lost their minds. Some even said, "This is better than any drama plot we've ever seen." And honestly, they're right. What about you? Do you prefer these subtle romantic gestures? Or do you want a full-blown Instagram official post with hearts and emojis? Comment your answer, because this debate is about to get heated. But wait, this isn't over yet. Because now, everyone wants to know. How are their families reacting? Are they happy? Are they planning a wedding soon? And let me tell you, the insider reports are saying something that will make your heart explode. Apparently, both families have already met. And not just for a casual dinner, but for a private celebration after the proposal. Yes, you heard that right. There was a small family gathering where everyone toasted to their love. And rumor has it, Lee Min-ho's parents adore Song Hye Kyo. One source even said, they've never seen him this happy before. Lovely viewers, I'm tearing up just thinking about this. Family approval is everything, isn't it? Do you think it's important for families to love your partner? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I want to know if this matters to you as much as it does to them. And now the big question, when's the wedding? Insiders are whispering that they might tie the knot sooner than anyone expected, and some even claim they've already picked a location. Where do you think it will be? A private island? A romantic destination in Europe? Or will they keep it traditional in Korea? Let's make this fun. Comment your guess, because when the official news drops, we're going to come back and see who got it right. Lovely viewers, this love story is far from over, and I promise you, every new detail is going to be even more magical than the last. So make sure you stay tuned, keep the notifications on, and let's keep celebrating this beautiful journey together, because Lee Min-ho and Hye Kyo have just given us the greatest real-life romance we could ever ask for.